Okay, and RCTV, I assume, can hear us as well? So we're good to get started?
Yep, RCTV is definitely live.
Fantastic. Thank you, Amy. Okay, so calling the meeting of the Town Manager Screening Committee for January 2nd, 2024 to order. Happy New Year, everyone. We are in the library community room. We're also on Zoom and on RCTV for the public portion of this meeting before we go into executive session. And so since we have a mixed group of hybrid and in-person, I'll call the order, starting with our member virtually, Amy?
Yeah.
Mark?
Here.
Denise?
Here.
Alan?
Here.
Chris?
Here.
Chief Clark?
Here.
Okay, and Jackie is here. And so just wanted to start off by letting folks know that I need to recuse myself from this portion of the interviews. I've consulted over the past week and a half with town council and with the state ethics board. And because of a potential appearance of conflict with one of the candidates, we thought the most cautious and right course of action was to recuse out of an abundance of caution. And so I'll give a more detailed explanation after we take this step. And we've also been advised that if the conflict resolves itself at this phase of our deliberations on the candidates this week, I can continue to serve in the role as chair. So procedurally today, we'd like to make an appointment of a temporary chair during this phase when I'm recused. So are there any nominations?
I nominate Mark.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. Do you accept?
I accept.
Okay. Any other nominations? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so we will take a vote to nominate Mark as the temporary chair of the screening committee. Again, we'll just take a roll call. Amy?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Chief Clark?
Yes.
Jackie, yes. Okay, we're 7-0. And so thank you, and I'll stay in the room. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, so as temporary chair for today, I guess we have a few minutes before the first interview. Bernie, do you want to kind of talk us through a little bit of the plan today?
Sure. The plan is we have 4 applicants coming in today. And per our, I think our discussion of procedure from our last meeting, we provided a number of topics that we put together in an interview guide. And sort of the layout of that is for each topic, there's a lead question or couple of questions within each category that I will ask to begin facilitating the discussion related to that particular topic. You'll note that on the second topic of leadership and management style, there are 2 potential questions to lead us off. So my thought is we'll start with just sort of a general style question of how they work with teams and lead change within an organization and a community. Then open it up to a discussion of, just as an example, by the committee members with specific follow-up questions related to what the candidates have said, or one of the possible probes if you don't feel that that particular topic or that particular information was provided in that initial response. And then in that case, we'll then go to that second particular question in that topic area. And again, allow for committee members. What I'm hopeful is that the committee members will engage with the candidates, and I have no doubt, having worked with a number of you in the past and at our first meeting, that you'll all have some questions and some thoughts that you want to get out from the candidates in those particular topic areas. in their responses to those initial questions. And just have it be a dialogue that takes place with the candidate. We'll get information about them and about their knowledge and experience, but hopefully we'll also get some sense of their style of working with people and of communications in each one of these areas. And we'll just go through each one of these. There may be situations where, due to time or due to their responses, we may already feel that they've answered a question, topic area. I'll open that up to the committee to make sure that I'm right, that they've in fact covered those topics, and so that we can keep this on track for about 60 to 75 minutes per interview.
Awesome. Okay, so one thing, so procedurally, folks, if you want to make a comment or ask a question, why don't you raise your hand and I will call on you, and Amy, I'll do my best to see you in the corner as well so that we can kind of proceed. And it sounds like, Bernie, you'll be generally a timekeeper, so that if we're
Yes.
getting tight on time, I'll roll your hand or something.
And I may make note of that. We'll try to make note of it to the candidates right up front that they have roughly an hour, a little bit more, and try to keep them on track. And if at some point, if I see that we're dragging, I will note that in our interview that, we have half an hour left, 20 minutes left. We still have a number of questions, something like that.
What have they been told? In other words, are they seen questions, or they're just here to answer our questions?
They're here just to answer our questions.
Okay, and no one's planning to make an opening statement, or is that an option?
It's not necessarily, in the very first question sort of is lined up for them to make an opening of why they're here. Their background and why they're interested in this position. And that could be a good opening statement. I do think it's useful for them as well as for us to, for the committee to introduce yourself right at the beginning. So as I bring each of the candidates in, sit them at the table, I'll turn it over to you, Mark, and you can walk, kind of introduce yourself and then move down the table as to what everyone's role is here.
Okay.
So that they know who their audience is. Two of the candidates did ask who was on the screening committee. And so it's all public information, so I provided them with that information. So they'll at least know who you are, but it's always good to sort of have that
Second intro.
interaction.
All right, committee members, any questions or comments? Okay, so I think what we do is we make a motion to go into executive session. So why don't I make the motion to get it started? So move that the committee move to executive session and not return to open session. Second. Thanks, David. Any comments, questions? No, in that case, we'll take a roll call vote. Amy?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Alan? Yes. Chris?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Mark? Yep, sorry. Can you vote on this one? Yep, Jackie, yes, and Mark, yes. So we are unanimous. So we move to executive session. We need to now, RCTV should be removed from the meeting, and this is a closed executive session.
I think I called you Patricia when you first walked in, so I apologize for some reason.